Hey Stan, I think you avoided the retirement banquets and speeches perfectly. I think that's the great way to go out. You got to ride off in the sunset, and you didn't have to sit through any of those awkward speeches, listen to people talk about you. And at the same time, I was thinking about I don't know if I could want to make that awkward speech in front of everybody, but at the same time, I don't want you to go and not hear how much we appreciate everything you've done. Um, I know just as soon as I started hearing about, okay, he's going to retire, I was like, oh, I thought he was going to teach forever. I didn't think he was going to go before me. But I was thinking about what I was going to talk about, and I was like thinking about where we start off, and I started off in seventh grade. So I dug up my seventh grade basketball picture, and you weren't in it. But I don't think that surprised anybody. But that was the first time that I had ever had to try out for a team. I remember like being really stressed the whole week through tryouts. I can still remember tryouts. I can still remember when I found out that I was on the team, how excited I was. I think I played one more year of basketball and I was hurt the rest of my life. But it gave me going back, looking at the picture, gave me an opportunity to call some of my friends and talk to them during this whole coronavirus mess. I got some time to kill, just talking to my friends and just reconnecting a little bit. Apparently, we weren't that good, so it was probably good that I didn't play anymore. But just remember, you always being just nice and calm and stable and consistent. When I came back to teach, I remember you were just always there as well. Um, I remember when I took the one classroom, the people were like, "You're there." The department head comes to that classroom, and I think I was dumb enough to actually take the department head a year later. And I just remember I'd go around talking to people, but I would always come to you last to find out, okay, what should we really do? And you just have this great way of always taking what everybody's thinking, putting it all together, and it wasn't about you or anybody specific. It was always what was going to be best for the student. And I just think over the years, anytime people were talking, I just remember people were arguing or people complaining about something. You always had this way at the end just to take what everybody was saying, wrap it up, and come out what was best for everybody. And I was like, sometimes I was like, could he just talk sooner so we get this meeting over? But I think you just did a great job at taking everything, processing it, and laying it out there for everyone. It's something that we could agree on. Um, I think just through the years, it's been great to have the opportunity to go around and watch you in the classroom, see you working with teachers, seeing you work with students, and it just always amazed me like how consistent you were. There were no ups and downs. I can I can still picture you working with students, screaming at you, telling you that they hate you, and you're just like, okay, okay, let's move on to the next one. And I was just always amazed like how consistent you could stay, not swing high and low, but it was always what was best for the student. And I just like I need to learn how to do that somehow. My emotions go up and down too much, but I'm working on it. Um, and I think about going into like another class. I remember going into Matt Knight's class, and I don't remember what he was talking about, but all of a sudden he's like, "Well, Mr. Burris explained it this way." And when Matt said that, I was like, "Man, that's awesome that Stan could give him something to help all the students, not just our students." And that kind of be like, okay, I want to do that. That kind of gave me the drive to go out, and I wanted to produce things that helped the whole class and not just a few students. So I was always striving to do that because just hearing when another teacher would say, "Mr. Burst said to do it this way." I'm gonna miss the time just walking down the hall, coming down. I didn't always have to ask you a question specifically. I'd go in and complain to Hawkins or blow off steam there, and then just seeing you sitting there just reminded me to calm down, relax a little bit, and everything's gonna work out. Like you never even had to say anything. I could just see you there quietly and like, okay, I need to be more like Stan. I need to relax a little bit and deal with this. I think that's what I'm gonna miss the most. I don't want to. I'm not saying goodbye. I'm just saying congratulations. Thank you very much for all that you've done for me and for the other people. I think the people that were smart enough to listen to you, I think a lot of times you would say, I'm not the smartest person in the room. And to me, that's like, okay, you better listen because this person does know what they're talking about, because you've got those stupid people that think they know it all and are trying to tell everybody what they do and how they do it, and nobody believes them. But you always had that, you were humble, and you would, it seems like you'd always start off with, I'm not the most intelligent person. And when I'd hear that, just a little bell would go off, be like, okay, shut up, everybody. You better listen. What's going to come out next? You better write down. And I just always respect that about you, how humble you were about everything. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of different teachers this year, and I think I was the most proud when you got it. Just all that you've done, and to see how hard you work, and you're not there to take credit for anything. You're just there to help everybody else out, and that's just amazing. Amazing how you've done that, and I think we all can just strive to do that. Enjoy retirement. If you see us around town, please say hi. You know, I'm partially blind, so I could totally miss you. But hopefully I see you around.
Stan, I just wanted to say it was a pleasure working with you last year. It had been a couple years since I had worked with a group of kids like that, and your calming, relaxed presence in the classroom was a godsend. It really made things run a lot more smoothly. I could always count on you to go to a student, to talk with them, to relax them, calm them down, and get some work done, even if that was the last thing that was on their mind. A lot of kids would want to come back and work with you because they knew if they did, those things were going to happen. Every day, there were a couple kids that came up and asked, hey, is Mr. Burris going to be here today? And I think those things show what you meant to the students that you worked with. Honestly, I learned a lot from you last year. I learned some things in math, and I learned a lot about classroom management that I've taken with me from that time that I worked with you last year. You're a great teacher, and I wish that I could have worked with you a lot more. You're going to be missed in our building. Congratulations on your retirement.
Okay, hello Stan. I'm going to preface this by saying that if I were speaking about you in front of a staff meeting, I would say something completely different than I'm going to say here. If I was speaking in front of the staff at a typical retirement ceremony that we have at the end of the year, then my whole message wouldn't really even be for you so much as it would be for the rest of the staff, because I think that when the best amongst a group walks out the door for the last time after 37 or whatever years, you want to make sure that everybody that is present ponders that example before that individual leaves for the last time. And I'm not sure that's going to happen this year in your case, so I guess maybe I'll never say that stuff. And if it was just you and I'd probably say something completely different as well. But given how we're doing this here, I'm going to say three things. First, I think you were absolutely right about the pineapple Jolly Ranchers. I've been eating a lot of Jolly Ranchers lately, and you're right, they're terrible. I thought they were good at first, but now I have to throw them out, straight chemicals. Secondly, I would say that I feel very fortunate. I'm glad that you got to see me at the end of your career, in the middle of my career, because you saw me early on when I wasn't very good, I don't think, and I'm glad you got to see me when I was, a little bit better, improved a bit. And third, I would say that all of the time that I spent with you, around you, whether it was in the classroom or hanging out with you and Alicia or in whatever capacity. All the time I spent with you, I really feel was an education for me. I learned so much just in all those times, and during those times I was trying to learn because I recognized the greatness of the individual that I was with at that time. So, I appreciate that. Thank you. Obviously wish you the best, and I will see you around for sure. So take care. Thank you.
Hi, Stan. I remember about 20 years ago, Shelley Schreier was introducing me, kind of giving me the update on what I was new to the district, and Shelley was giving me the update on, at the high school, Shelley Schreier. And I don't remember a lot of things, but one of the things I do remember was what he said about you. I know he talked about Deb Beachy and Karen Tooley and Mark Alberts. I don't remember anything what he said, but I do remember what he said about you. Because he kind of raved about you. He said, just how much you knew, what an expert you were, and how, LD, how good you were with kids. And just, what a real positive person you were here at the high school for students with disabilities. And he was right. You were all of those things. And so, I'm just very thankful. I'm very thankful for all of for the kids, for the parents, for the staff, that they were able to benefit from all the things that you did. And so I'm very thankful for that. And you just had a positive impact on just tons and tons of kids, and in some cases major positive impacts. So I'm just very thankful that that happened. You're going to be missed. I wish you all the best. Enjoy your retirement. All right, take care.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Stan Burris for teaching me more in the first 2 years of working at Worcester High School than I learned in years of education classes. He likes to start off each year by reminding the students that he has the same experience teaching that I have breathing air, and that his first year teaching was my first year alive. And it's very, very clear every time I watch him do something with students. He taught me that what I thought was being patient still wasn't as patient as Stan Burris is with students. I made a list of a couple things that pop into my head when I think of Stan. And patient, caring, knowledgeable, dedicated, and positive were the first things that came to my head. I've never worked with anybody or met anyone who is so overwhelmingly positive with students. Everything he does, the kids feel like the world is going to be better. Like it's a good day, it's a good place. And I strive to try and emulate that as much as I can. When we first started teaching, he would say that he is the how people learn expert, and I was in charge of the science. I was the expert at science, and he would keep referring back to that. And really, he knew all of it. And it wasn't until, I bet, a year and a half in to watching him teach and explain to kids, well, you're the math expert. I'm just here for guidance. I'm just your secretary. I'll just write stuff down, but you know everything. I'll just write it down for you. And I look back at him telling me I'm the science expert, and he's just kind of in charge of helping the kids. and realizing how much I was his student as much as any kid in that room. And I'll never be ready for him to retire. I wish him the best and I'm happy for him. But if I could teach with him my entire career, that would be fantastic and reassuring and comforting. I will never stop learning from him. I plan on calling and texting him still, even though he retires. That's going to happen. I hope you're ready for that. His ability to create analogies and make complicated ideas easy for students to understand is unparalleled. I've never worked with anyone who can meet a student, instantly figure out what's going to help them learn, and then apply that to them. And I work every day to try and be closer to that. And I don't know that I'll ever reach it. That's a pretty lofty goal, but I can try. I also had the privilege of coaching with Stan Burris. And that was a pleasure as well. He is so calm and so collected all of the time. It is just who he is. And it's inspiring. It's relaxing. It's comforting. And I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him a lot. Teacher of the year, teacher of the decade, century maybe. Just an impressive person. I've been lucky to work with him, and I'm fortunate to have that chance. Thank you, Stan. Enjoy retirement. I'm going to miss you.
Hey Stan, it's Hawk. I just wanted to tell you congratulations on your retirement. You will be very much missed. I can't believe the way this played out because I wasn't able to make a big spectacle about your retirement at school, which I know you'd probably hate it anyway. So I wanted to thank you for being my partner for the last 12 or 13 years and putting up with all my bullshit. I also want to thank you for being my mentor in teaching not only the kids, but also myself and how to be a better educator. I've learned so much from you over these years, and I'm so happy that you are retired and you get to spend time with your grandbaby and your wife, your kids, and just enjoy everything that you have built. I want you to know that I'll miss you, and that's it. Have a great retirement, Stan. I'll probably be in contact with you in like 4,500 email messages or something, but I'm just kidding. I think of you. I hope you're enjoying everything, and I will miss you. Thank you, Stan, for everything.
So Stan, I think you can see that Worcester is definitely a better place because of you. I know you'd never take credit for it, but there's so many students and staff that are better because of you that have learned so much. And I think I could have, if I didn't have to spend so many hours editing out like Hawkins language and trying to clean that up, I could have got a lot more people to go through things, but I was just running out of time. It took me forever to clean up her language. And I think you should definitely change your email, change your phone number, because all I know how to do is get her fired up. So she's probably still going to contact you, but enjoy retirement. We're going to do our best to continue with what you taught us to do.